My situation over the 12 years that I've been here entertaining you on television. Welcome to Hot Topics, Sharina Hudson. Getting out of my car with my money. Good morning, Journey. She'll be almost, I think she'll be 3 next month, don't you know? Good morning, Kelvin. It's my truth.
Hi there. Serena Hudson eventually realized she made a big mistake by getting involved with Kevin Hunter. It turns out Kevin and Sharina were already planning to move in together, taking advantage of Wendy without giving it a second thought.
So I'm not going to take a lot of time because, I'm getting emotional. And I told myself I wasn't going to do this.
After Wendy stepped away from her show and ended up under that unfortunate guardianship, Kevin's access to money completely disappeared. He tried everything, filing one lawsuit after another, hoping to get Wendy to fund his lifestyle again. But when his latest case was dismissed in court, it seems Kevin walked out on Serena the same way he did Wendy. During all this drama, no one really knew where Serena was. She deactivated her Instagram and vanished from the public eye. Now, after months of staying hidden, we're finally going to learn where she's been and what she's been doing all this time.
That it was not till death do us part.
And it wasn't just an incident. I mean, the relationship that Kevin had with this woman went on for...
No. Kevin was a serial cheater. Kevin had different mistresses depending on, the part of his life. This last one was the one that he had the longest term relationship with.
As you probably know, Wendy has been through a really difficult time, fighting to end a guardianship she never asked for and didn't need. A recent evaluation confirmed she was never sick and never had dementia, the very reason her strict guardianship lasted over 3 years. It seems everyone, from the judge to her former manager, her doctor, Wells Fargo, and even her assigned guardian, Sabrina Moresi, worked together to keep Wendy from accessing her own money. But now it looks like karma is catching up with them, and they may finally face consequences for what they did.
Death to all of them.
With this new information coming to light, Wendy finally has a chance to end the unfair guardianship and move on from everyone who took advantage of her. That doesn't mean she will be returning to her primetime show or getting back to work right away. Her absence has had an impact on many people, even those who aren't fans of hers. It has affected the entire circle around her, including Kevin Hunter and his partner, Serena, who were trying to benefit from her situation. Wendy can now focus on reclaiming her life and taking control of her own decisions.
Kevin had gone to LA for business. And I hired a PI. Yes, I did. I hired a PI to follow my husband. And this guy is telling me that Kevin is in Miami with the girl. This is where you show the picture of them on the beach. You know the picture where she's going to the camera and he's laying there on the cell phone like they're chilling like a couple. You understand what I'm saying? The PI was taking pictures of them going to the gym, going to dinner, her with Gucci, Poochie, and Lucci.
When Wendy left her show, she lost a significant amount of income, which had a major impact on her finances. Because of this, Kevin couldn't receive any alimony. Their divorce agreement had a clause stating that if Wendy's contract was suspended or not renewed, she wouldn't be required to pay him. Whoever added that condition was incredibly smart, because it seems Kevin had planned to rely on Wendy's money indefinitely. This clever wording in the divorce papers completely stopped him from benefiting from her success, leaving him without the financial support he expected.
But what I needed at the time, because I was running 100 miles an hour, and I was so much of a strong support structure for her and all the dreams that she wanted to accomplish, I needed somebody for me. And my new offspring, my daughter, who is a beautiful, beautiful spirit, she was not a oops baby. She was not a mistake baby.
Kevin reportedly received a large sum from Wendy during their divorce, along with monthly alimony checks of about $250,000. But he never imagined Wendy's fortune could stop. Once the payments ended, he immediately went back to court, trying to force her to continue supporting him. In 2022, he filed a lawsuit claiming he was completely broke, behind on bills, and struggling with debt. He couldn't pay the homeowners association in his community, was at risk of foreclosure, and even fell behind on his car insurance for his luxury vehicles. Credit card bills piled up too. Things got so bad that he had to take loans against 2 of his cars and put his and Sharina's shared home up for sale because he couldn't afford it anymore. Without Wendy's money, they were essentially left with nowhere to live and no financial stability.
You left your wife. Now, we may not care about her on the show. That's different. But you left your wife. Got you a side piece. Had a baby and was living a whole different life. And evidently, Wendy Williams was the real bread maker. Because now you can't live that lifestyle without that check. The grass wasn't greener, huh?
Kevin's latest lawsuit didn't go the way he hoped, and the court quickly dismissed it. But that didn't stop him from trying another angle to get money. In 2024, he claimed that Wendy had supposedly hidden over $48 million during their divorce and wanted to have their divorce overturned. The court, unsurprisingly, wasn't on his side. It was wild to think he was willing to go through a messy divorce process all over again just to squeeze more money from her. Earlier this year, he filed yet another case, this time demanding $250 million in damages against Wells Fargo, Wendy's guardian, and several others involved in her guardianship. Kevin claimed he was acting on Wendy's behalf, arguing that her constitutional rights had been violated and that court-appointed guardians had defrauded him. This marked a dramatic shift. He went from suing Wendy directly to targeting the people handling her finances. Regardless of what anyone thinks about Kevin personally, this lawsuit revealed just how carefully Wells Fargo, the judge, her guardian, and others had planned to take control of Wendy's money. Even though Kevin's legal actions exposed the system behind her guardianship, most people aren't buying his "I'm helping Wendy" story. He's no longer her husband, he doesn't have power of attorney, and he can't act on behalf of her adult son. This lawsuit was clearly a desperate attempt to get money, and a pretty poor one at that. Kevin's financial struggles have reportedly affected his relationship with Serena as well. Arguments between them started when the reality of their changing lifestyle hit. Serena was reportedly with Kevin for the soft life, but as money problems piled up, she had to start hustling herself. She ran a vegan food business that wasn't bringing in much income, and even got her real estate license to sell homes in Florida. Meanwhile, Kevin reportedly hasn't paid any child support, and has no plans to until his finances are back to where he wants them. As things got tense, Serena allegedly made her Instagram private and moved back in with her mother to regroup financially. Now she's back in the public eye, actively promoting her business, offering her real estate services, and selling her own health products. She has completely reinvented her image, moving away from a lifestyle centered on depending on someone else to one focused on her own skills and independence. Sources suggest that Kevin and Serena may have gone their separate ways, although this hasn't been officially confirmed. Watching their relationship fall apart has led many to comment on karma, especially since Serena's initial plan seemed to rely on living off another woman's money. She's now had to confront the reality that she can't rely on someone else to maintain her lifestyle. Kevin, meanwhile, continues to appear desperate to maintain control of Wendy's funds, showing a level of narcissism in trying to manipulate someone else's fortune for his own gain. In the end, neither Kevin nor Serena appear to have a clear plan for financial stability on their own, and both have had to face the consequences of relying on Wendy for so long. Their story has become a cautionary tale about greed, dependence, and the harsh reality of trying to take advantage of someone else's success.